Welcome back to Pulse of the Port. You know, cargo container ships are getting bigger and bigger all the time, and there's no better place in America for them to dock than right here in Long Beach. The water is deep, and cranes like these are plenty big enough to handle the task. Need proof? Just take a look at the lady that just dropped by. Big doesn't begin to describe March 16th at the Port of Long Beach. You are looking at the MSC Fabiola, the largest container ship ever to call on a North American port. The Fabiola docked at Pier T on Terminal Island, completing its maiden trans-Pacific voyage.
I think it's obvious. I think you need to bring your cargo to Long Beach because we can take care of these ships at any size, as big as they can get, and we'll do it safely and productively.
This massive vessel is 1,200 feet or 4 football fields in length, as wide as a 10-lane freeway, and can carry up to 12,500 container units. The larger ships typically serving North America top out at about 8,000. Ships this size cut costs for ocean carriers as their efficient engines reduce diesel consumption and its environmental impacts. This voyage marks the beginning of a new trend in Pacific Rim trade as a string of similar ships are expected in Long Beach in the months and years to come.
Oh, absolutely, and I don't think it's just us. I think it's going to be a lot of steamship lines. You know, the ships are out there. The larger the vessel, the less vessels you'll have to have in the service. You're always looking to the future.
On a per container basis, the ship will burn less fuel, and fuel cost right now is the largest component of a vessel's operations.
At 76 feet, the Port of Long Beach has the deepest channel in North America. With larger cranes, massive modern terminals, and a vast network of rail yards and warehousing facilities, the port is tailor-made for this new generation of ships.
Right now everything was working fine, so just perfect.
We've got a couple more over the next few weeks that are in excess of 11,000 containers. So the big ship movement has started into Long Beach, and we're ready.
Ships like the Fabiola will be the status quo once the Middle Harbor development is complete. The Port of Long Beach just finalized a 40-year lease with Orient Overseas Container Line, or OOCL, to operate the terminal, which will be the most modern and environmentally friendly port terminal in the world. It's a $4.6 billion commitment from OOCL, and as you'll see, the project is moving right along.
For the first time, you're beginning to see a wharf take shape at the Middle Harbor Redevelopment Site. Phase 1 of the Port of Long Beach's 9-year, $1.2 billion terminal construction project is now roughly 40% complete, and much has changed in just the last month.
The contractor has made a lot of progress with the pile driving since we were out here last. The contractor was working on these first 2 rows of piles. They were driving these piles from the land side. Now they switched to driving the piles from the water side, and as you can see, in the past 6 weeks or so, they've driven approximately 200 piles. So they're probably right now about the halfway mark.
And while the pile driving continues, the foundation of the 120-foot wide wharf deck is already being built. Crews have spent the last month placing the wooden forms that will shape the concrete as the first pour is set for about 6 weeks from now.
Yeah, now you're getting to a point where you can start to visualize what it's going to look like. You can see that the deck's starting to take shape and starting to form. You can see that they trimmed all the piles to the final elevation. After they set the forms, they'll bring in the reinforcing, place all the reinforcing in here, and get it ready then to pour the deck. Thus far, I think things have gone really well. I think we're pleased with the progress of the contractor, really pleased with the quality of the work, so I think things have gone excellent.
The Middle Harbor Terminal will be completely electrified when complete, which will help the port close in on its environmental goal of reducing emissions to 0. Still to come, we'll take you through the groundbreaking Clean Trucks program that represents the biggest step yet in that process.